You
All right.
take off the gas mask and gas comes out of the gas mask.
Now, is it gas or is it gas?
Yeah.
It's the gas. All right. All right. All right. Greetings and welcome to the table in the tavern. I'm your host, Leon Jenkins at Leon Jenkins One Gaming, and tonight we're playing some D&D. Because we're playing D&D, I brought along some friends. We're going to go around the virtual table and introduce some of them now, and we'll be visited by, I believe we got one more player that'll be showing up a little bit later. That'll be Cody. Okay, and when he pops in, he'll begin as well. But start off to my left here on my screen here. We got my good friend Kazbat. He's going to tell you a little bit about himself, about the character he's playing tonight.
Hello, hello. I'm Kazbat, and I will actually be playing the role of Grazel. Grazel being a Naga barbarian. I was there early on, but unfortunately had to leave. I'm back, and so is the big snaky menace. Uh, Writer, artist, a little bit of a singer, cook, stuff like that. I don't know what's much more. I do voice acting stuff. That's what I like to do. So you'll be hearing the voice of Grassel quite often.
I would like to personally add that Kazbat is a very talented game master as well. Don't let him fool you. Okay. And continuing around, we got Ryan. Ryan is one of my longtime players here. Ryan, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little about yourself, a little about the character you're going to be playing tonight.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I will be playing Spencer. You'll be hearing a lot of my voice tonight. I like to get into some trouble. He's a bookworm. He is an artificer, a human artificer. Um, so I will be doing some tinkering as well tonight. Oh,
That is
I'm ready.
always a possibility. Let me turn off my damn fan. I know you guys can probably hear it going through there. Give me 1 second. I apologize. And continuing on, we've got Cody. Cody, why don't you tell us a little about yourself, a little about the character you've been playing tonight. All right. Well, Cody
Warlock.
is currently taking a breathing treatment after getting out of the hospital. He's playing a character called Erix. Erix is a warlock. His patron is the patron of death, otherwise known in this world as Lady Bell. And he has been playing D&D with me at least for several years. Started playing 3rd edition with me and has played various other TTRPGs since then. Very avid gamer and also a streamer. He also has his own YouTube channel. I believe it still goes by the name of Cody Chancellor. Some may know him as Bad Owl 420. Okay, and with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. But in order for us to get started, I always insist that to go forward, we must first take a look back. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the things we did in the sessions prior to this week. And I know that you were absent there, Kazbat, so I don't expect you to be able to answer any of the questions on this quiz. Okay, all
No
right,
worries.
but Ryan and Cody, what can you tell me about what we got into the last time we played?
So, as far as I can remember in this campaign since I've been in it, I am a time traveler from another world who dropped into this reality in the midst of a train heist. So the current full party decided to derail a train, and steal all the gold in the wreckage. And during that, the iron, what do you call him? He is a what do you bounty hunter, the iron guy.
The Iron Ghost.
Yeah, the Iron Ghost came to claim a bounty on Baron Black, or yeah, yeah,
He did.
um, yeah. So they had a duel, and I bet on Black, and Black lost, and I handed over the gold. Um, and they took Baron Black away during the transition of getting Baron Black to his trial slash jail cell. He somehow escaped, and he is back on the run again. Um, in the middle of that, we went back to the ship to go to where we are now, Chimeria. Chimeria?
That is correct.
Before we got to the ship, though, we stopped off in what's that town? The coastal town, the Wreckers Bay town.
Rutgers Bay Town. You're talking about Thronehaven or Veritha?
Veritha. Veritha. We stopped off in Veritha, met with the woman in the Mirror Palace, I believe, and she gave us drug money to give the word that she is no longer dealing with the what are those people? The people in with the red weapons. Um,
The Crimson Blades.
yes, those guys. That she's no longer dealing with the Crimson Blades. They are not welcome in the town. And that she wants to also start. She wants to be on the good side of the people in Chimeria. So, for to send that message, she gave us, I believe, 1,000 gold, or yeah, something like that.
A considerable amount. It was a bit more than 1,000. I think it was upwards of like 1,000 platinum. So 10,000.
Oh, got it. Yeah. So we took the money, we went on a ship, our ship, and we sailed the seas for a couple sessions, meeting
5
krakens
days
and
travel.
sharks. And, yeah, 5 days travel. Last session we just arrived in town, and a few of us went to the library to because there's three massive towers, all of which were like new to this town since the last time one of us has been here. And we just stopped off in the library. Zil has a um a pendant of sorts that gives him access to basically anything that he wants in this town. Free drinks on him.
To say the least.
And yeah. uh and shit has been going down behind closed doors that we don't know about yet. So I'm gonna keep that a little secret for you. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. If you're curious about what he's talking about, you can find out on the session previous in the podcast for the Table in the Tavern, Chronicles of Thalia, the Untamed Few, which is, of course, the
I hope
name
I
that this.
covered everything well enough.
Yes, you did a great job there. There are a couple things I'm going to fill in the blanks for. Number one is something that Casbat would have been very interested in or intrigued with, as the lady that you met, or dark elf that you met in the Mirrored Plaza, as you put it, they gave you the monies to go and make this dealing you were referring to. Her name was revealed to be Lady Von Anne. And Kaz, yeah, he knows immediately who that is. Okay, because this is a character I previously played in his game. Okay, so I don't have to tell him anything about Lady Von Anne. He already knows. Okay, she, no matter what's going on, she has some sort of motive that she is entertaining, and she thinks very highly of herself and very low about just about everyone else. That's basic characteristics for sure. All right.
Oh, I
and we
also
have
missed the whole storyline with the axe.
Yep. Well, Eric's can fill us in a little bit about that because that had a little something to do with him last session, the last couple sessions. He's been having some very delicate conversations with interesting people. But we have entering into the game now our birthday boy for the week. Happy birthday, Cody.
Happy birthday.
Yep. Cody has been playing. Indeed. Cody has been playing D&D with me for a little over a year now. He is an avid TTRPG enthusiast, also a game master, and enjoys playing little miniatures and things of that nature. If he can paint it, you can rest assured he's probably done it. He's painted many houses, but they're normally 15 millimeter. And with that, Cody, welcome to the game. He's playing a character called Rogar. Rogar is an artificer, much like Spencer's character, or Ryan's character, Spencer. So, no further ado, we're gonna let Curdy or Eric's finish up with his breathing treatment, and then we're gonna do a little bit of something with him with that recap, fill in a little bit of gaps there because there's some stuff that you're missing, but I don't want to take it out of his mouth. But yeah, there are some things going on with the axe, but that has more to do with him than anyone else right now, it seems. So with that, my Naga. You wake after spending several days, almost a week, below deck, hibernating of sorts. Resting with the cool water. You did a lot of resting, not very avid. Kept to yourself mostly. That's why we didn't really see much of you. Every once in a while, you just got to get your Z's, and you found that opportunity to do so. But
You probably wake to the sounds of clanking metal.
the last of the morning fog clings subtly, Casbat, to the water as you emerge from below deck. The first thing you notice is the sound. Not gulls, not merchants, the people. Thousands upon thousands of voices carried across the harbor in a dozen different tongues, blending together in a constant living hum. Then you see it. Chimeria. The city rises from the shores like something that existed since the world first learned how to build. The white stones stretch along the waterfront, interrupted by immense gatehouses and towering watchtowers, crowned with banners that dance lazily in the wind. Beyond them, the city climbs upward in broad terraces, each district layered upon the last until your eyes finally draw upon the impossible. 3 towers dominate the skyline. One, crowned in polished marble, catches the morning sun like a beacon. Another disappears into the clouds, its countless windows glimmering with every imaginable color. The third, a tower unlike the others, simple, ancient, massive. Its weathered stone bears the weight of countless centuries, standing as though it had watched the world's kingdoms rise and fall without taking a single step. Even from the harbor, you can feel the tower watching back. The docks themselves are alive with movement. Longshoremen haul crates from ships beside dwarven merchants arguing over contracts. Elven scholars weave effortlessly through crowds of sailors. A pair of centaurs pulls an impossibly large wagon through the streets, while somewhere overhead, a wyvern circles lazily before disappearing behind the rooftops. You spot creatures you recognize, many more you do not. A lurking minotaur haggles with a halfling over the price of fish. You see a pair of kobolds arguing animatedly with a dragonborn over some sort of shipping manifest. Something with 4 arms and the skin of polished obsidian seems to be carrying books that are stacked higher than itself from one side of the town to the other. No one seems particularly concerned. No one stops to stare. Even as your considerable form makes its way onto the deck, there are glances in your direction, curious ones. See some children point. What is that? A sailor whistles a bit of appreciation. Wow. An elderly woman squints thoughtfully before returning to her conversation as though she's seen stranger things before breakfast. There's no screams, no panic, no drawn weapons, just curiosity. As though Chimeria has long since decided that whatever walks through its gates deserves to be judged by its character, not its appearance. For perhaps the first time since beginning your journey, you don't feel like the strangest thing in the room. Ahead, beyond the bursting harbor, an endless sea of faces. The gates of Chimeria stand open, waiting, as though the city has been expecting you all along.
Who's all present currently?
Well, right now you see members of the crew. They're making their way about. You see even Rick. You know him as the what you would call, he's not really the captain. I guess you would call him the first mate or the quartermaster of the ship. He takes care of most of the things, and he's directing people this way and that.
I'm sorry, can you just describe your character one more time? Because after that description, I need a refresher.
Of why he
Yes.
feels at home a little bit here. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for instance, this guy is almost 15 feet long. He
Grazel. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
So Grazel, from what you know on the time spent, is that he is a black-scaled Naga, a really unique creature. He is male. His eyes are reddish amber. He's quite large, 10 feet tall, about 15 feet long. He does follow the faith of Lamashtu. He's ashen scaled in color. You know that he is a very heavy. He's more or less, from what you can tell, within the prime of like his years. Sharp eyes, look of adventure behind them. A lot of experience based on the marks and scars along scales. very unique appearance in what he wears. And he carries himself with casual, assured swagger when he slithers about. But what he has on is almost very, almost an islander aesthetic. And he does come from a lively, well, a coastal island, an archipelago, actually. He
Very
basically
interesting.
just very large cobra-like naga.
Very cool. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. I'll drop this in here if you need a visual reference as well.
This description has been brought to you by Dubby Energy. Dubby is long-lasting, clean energy made for gamers. Be better with Dubby. You can head over to w.gg using the link in the description below. And using the promo code Jenkins10 at checkout, you can earn yourself 10% off your order. Thank you for watching.
There you go.
Sorry, while you were describing that, I was looking up the race Naga because I'm like, I'm not familiar with that. So I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
That is pretty cool.
I love that. That's awesome.
He liked to milk his venom in shops. Oh my lord. Oh, yes. Okay, that might be a thing. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Yes, he has done that before. He has done that.
Yes, he has milked venom to sell to the shops before and can be used for weapons if need be.
So we find some of the other party in a different portion of the city. While you're getting your bearings in Chimeria as you've arrived, perhaps making your way through the streets into Chimeria for your first time, privying the shops and so forth. I'm going to move the spotlight over to some of our other characters that last were in a great library of sorts.
I'd probably mistaken you for a couple coils of rope while I was in the bottom of the ship in the dark, being like, yeah, that's probably fine. While you were just sleeping.
Now, if you remember, the library was in one of these towers. Okay,
Yes.
that was huge towers, and when you went in, you expected to see huge stacks of books, in droves all the way up to the ceiling and so forth, perhaps different layers. But instead, you found what looked like some sort of lounge, almost like a waiting area where people were sitting about. They were reading books, but where they were getting them from, you didn't know. You were like, what is going on here? And then Zill showed you where he used that pendant that we talked about.
Yep.
And accessed or opened a portal within that tower that opened up a pocket dimension in which the library itself existed. Because, like they said before, you could go into the library, okay, and you could spend all day and not find the last shelf. Okay? It immense. So, yeah, this is kind of the thing. So you've been in
It was
there,
so big they literally needed a whole dimension for it.
All right. So there's more to that than it's interesting way of being able to share information too. If you can.
Oh,
access
also, important thing about this town. No magic can happen in this town. There's like a magic barrier that surrounds this entire town that makes it an anti-magic field.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Basic
so that you know.
description that you weren't privy to as we started their way into Chimeria, and as we come back to you, Casbat, I'm going to read that to you, so you'll be privy to the same basic information that they were. I'm going to turn off this light though and turn on a different light.
But the fun thing about this pocket dimension is it's not contained within the town, so I can cast my spells as I please while in this little dimension. Which I thought was kind of neat.
Yes, that was a little loophole you found. That's true. So, as the hours pass there, Spencer and Rogar, and I don't know, Erix, where you are, if you're on the ship or you were in the city somewhere, or if you were in the library with them. And that would be information I think I'm in the need to know about. Erix, where are you? You were in the library. Okay. Got it. Right on. All right. And, okay. So, runes. Yes. Runes, Erix. I believe that's what you were referring to. So, this little tidbit goes for all three of you. Let me leave that open, actually. Okay. All right. So, as the hours pass, the silence of the library is broken only by the turning of pages and the occasional whisper carried between distant shelves. You eventually become aware of someone approaching. An elven woman of advanced years walks with measured confidence between the towering columns of books. Her silver hair is gathered neatly behind her, secured with an ornate clasp fashioned from the likeness of an open tome, like an open book. So the thing looks like an open, like a book. Does that make sense? She's got like a bread in her hair.
Makes perfect sense.
Okay. All right. Okay. Rich emerald robes embroidered with fine golden thread drapes elegantly over her shoulder, while a pair of delicate spectacles rest upon her nose. Several assistants trail behind her, arms laden with scrolls and manuscripts. Every few moments, she pauses, issuing quiet instructions without ever breaking stride. No, she says, that translation predates the third revision. Goes on. Place the original beside the draconic copy, she says to another attendant. And please remind Master Owen that his abyssal use, that the old abyssal uses 3 separate dialects during that period, not the 2 displayed here. The assistants hastily adjust their course before continuing on, making the little adjustments that she's been making, and then only then does her attention then turn to you, the 3 of you. She studies each of you with a calm sort of inquisitive eye, not with suspicion, but with a bit of curiosity. A warm smile touches her lips. Good day, she says. Her voice is gentle, a bit refined. Okay, as she continues, I am Lady Eliza Karanova, lore master of the Great Library. She adjusts her spectacles and she says, I do hope I'm not disturbing your studies.
No, you're not. We are just very much enjoying this library. It's our first time here, and we're just taking it all in.
That's exactly what I was getting to. You see, I've I make it quite a habit of mine to get to know the people that come in and out of here, and yet this is the first time I've ever met you. I don't.
You might know our friend. His name is Zill. He's
Master
the
Zill?
one that helped introduce us to this place.
I was wondering. I didn't notice the. Yeah, I was wondering how you might have made your way into here. I have to admit, is Zill here? It's been quite some time since I've had a chance to speak with him.
Yes, he's somewhere in town. He left to go drink, I believe it was. Um, but yeah, he's around. You might be able to find him. Shall we bring him back here and you guys can
Oh,
have a little chat?
oh, nonsense. Don't trouble him over me. I did wonder, of course, if he was ever going to return to Chimeria or not. He has been abroad for quite some time. But no, it is good to know that he is here, and I'm sure that our paths will cross in time. But enjoy yourselves. I don't mean to bother.
Well,
And of
thank
course,
you.
if you need any assistance, you just let me know. I have a bit of an idea of what is going on around here, in case you have any inquiries that I might assist with.
Is there a section for mathematics?
Mathematics, of
Yes.
course. There are. Now, of course, she goes on. The mathematics date back to the earliest forms of communication. She says, "Please follow me."
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So she directs you over to a different section. Okay. She says, is there anything in particular that you're looking for that I might be able to assist?
Um, just more of the advanced topics.
I don't want to trouble you. You, you, you do as you will. Then she turns
Yes,
to the
thank you.
she turns to the other two of you, Eric. She says, and what of you, sir? I think he's frozen. Turns over to Rogar. Is there anything I might be able to assist you with? Alchemy, of course. Um, please follow me, she says. Okay, and she directs you over to a different area. She says, I have a bit of expertise with alchemy as well. I dabble, she says, with a curious chuckle. She says, and what is it that you might be looking for? She says as she directs you to a whole other section of the library. Advanced alchemy, of course. Well, uh,
Advanced mathematics, advanced alchemy, just the advanced topics.
that's a very broad topic, of course. And indulge yourself if you need any assistance. You let me know. Okay. So, I suppose you guys can go ahead and roll investigation check to try to find whatever it is you're looking for. She would, of course, help you, but she doesn't really know exactly what you're referring to. Advanced mathematics. You're looking for a school book.
I probably would have been looking for like advanced thermodynamics.
Okay.
But you're looking for basically a school book. What you're going to find mostly
Yeah,
here is like theory and things of that nature.
which is
But
perfectly fine by me.
yeah, I mean you're
I'm
going to
all
find all
theoretical.
kinds of things. But it's when you say advanced mathematics, it's not like, oh well, that's right here. Here's this book for advanced mathematics. There's going to be
I thought there
umpteen
would be
billion
like
different
the
people
young
that know
adult
about advanced
section,
mathematics that are going to be
and
throwing
then
out their
like
things. So
theory
Theoretical
is
physics.
everything.
yeah,
Yes.
it's very broad. Talking
Ooh.
about a very broad subject.
Yes. So I rolled an
Okay.
18 plus my modifier, which I'm sure is at least a 6.
Okay.
Uh,
So okay, and first let me deal with Cody's. You rolled a 21. All right. Roll me 2d4. I want to also take this time to remind Cody that because of his birthday, you have a DM
DM
inspiration, which means
inspiration.
DM inspiration. It means you can re-roll any roll this session that you would like to roll. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
So you're going to find 3 books on advanced alchemy. Would you like to use any of that here, or you think you're okay with those 3 books? Not trying to get you to. You're good with 3? Okay, very good. Okay, so you do find 3 different alchemy books that seem to fit the parameters of what you're looking for. Okay, sure. And so then, Ryan, what was the roll that you made?
I rolled a 26 for a search on advanced thermodynamics.
A 26. Okay, so then roll 3d4.
I'm looking for my third D4. 2 1s and a 4, so 6.
6. So you find 6 different books on the subject you're inquiring about. This is kind of why she was like, it's not just one of the things you can be like, oh, well, that's right here. It's just kind of like, this is the section. Look.
Yes, I will definitely be looking through like the glossary for like the specific sections that I'm looking for. If it doesn't contain it, I'll go on to the next section, the next book, so on and so forth.
All right,
looking for like specific calculation for like thermo efficiency and making more efficient steam turbines and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Okay. And Eric's looking for a book on gods and deities. There are a lot of books about gods and deities. Is there any gods or deities in particular you're referring to? She asks. Or just a general broad pantheon?
I would like looking for a broad spectrum book just to learn about. And I'm looking for one that might pertain to strengths and weaknesses.
So, is there a particular era you're looking for, or is it just throughout all eras?
Just throughout all eras.
See, there are some. Yes, I can show you some of them, but I'm afraid you're going to need access to further access than what you currently possess to get into some later editions or earlier editions, as it were. But I can show you about the new 9 for sure. And of course, there is the coming of Cal and so on and so forth, all kinds of different things. The Necrom, the Chaos God, and so on and so forth. But yeah, she refers you to, well, a section, and yeah, you see a couple of different, like, it's a bunch of like Bibles.
Oh,
okay. And so she says it's kind of tricky when you get around to talking about deities and gods and so forth. You see, because there's so many different perspectives, and to really understand, you have to look at all of them. Is there a particular god you're looking towards, or just you want a general book about different deities in general?
I want to learn more about all these gods and their strengths and weaknesses and what they provide blessings for and what could piss them off.
Okay. All right. So she finds you a few different books that she feels will help you. Okay. So escorts you guys, after getting you guys the books you guys want, she helps you return to the tower okay, out of the book and back into the waiting area, okay, of the tower itself, okay, where you are free to, look through the books that you've, but you can't leave here with those books, okay, but you're welcome to hang out here as long as you want, okay, in the comfort and so forth. And if she tells you that if there's certain books that you would like to keep aside for yourself, speak with one of my associates at the various counters, and they will put those aside and for you. So whenever you return, you can continue reading whatever subjects that you were reading. So who here that found these books would like to dedicate 6 hours to reading?
Absolutely.
Ooh. That
I'd be using
sounds like
those
fun.
6 hours to scribble down a bunch of equations, labeling them,
Yeah.
recording them in my book.
Okay.
My own personal book, of course.
In that case, okay, normally in like earlier editions, what I would do is I would essentially issue you a rank for your skill. Can't really do that here, but what I can do is I can modify. Okay, so I'm going to give each of you a rank and the respective skill, as it were. For you, there, Cody, Eric's. Let's see here. You've got your religion. Where is that at? Religion.
That's a good question.
So I'm going to just add a skill override of a +1. Oh, I did that wrong. You already had a 1. Oop, I did that wrong.
Well,
let's do it as a miscellaneous.
You turned it blue.
Yes, I did.
That's cool.
There you go. So now your religion has
thank
a
you.
+2. Okay, so with the alchemy, I want to say give me 1 second, because I want to say the alchemy is going to be so what is it? You got the alchemist tools for your artificer subclass, right? You already have that, correct? And so in order for you using your proficiency allows you to craft items, identify substances, and tools of spellcasting, so forth. Okay. All right. So what that essentially is going to do, I'm going to give you guys both a +1 circumstantial bonus, Rogar. Because I believe you're Tinker, I'm always asking you to do. What is I'm always asking you to do for your Tinker check?
Intelligence.
You're doing an intelligence check? Okay. It should be including your proficiency bonus.
Yes.
Okay. And let's see here. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you what. Whenever you are making your Tinker checks, you can add a +1, and I'm going to figure out how to make that a thing here. But essentially, until then, just you're going to have a +1 for your Tinker checks. Cody, whenever you're doing any alchemy, whatever, you're going to have a bonus of a +1. Circumstantial bonus, and for yourself there whenever you're drawing up blueprints for whatever it is there, Spencer. You're going to get a +1. Okay. So whenever, and I'll figure out how to work that in later. Okay. But
I
think
roll with dice anyway. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I just a circumstantial bonus. I can't really apply it to your character sheet because it's not a skill for a tinker. It's essentially your intelligence and it's a tool check, which is done with your intelligence and proficiency because you're proficient with it.
Yes.
What I could do, I guess, even if I gave your freaking tools a +1, it doesn't matter because you're not using the tools. Essentially, it's just a cosmetic. So until I figure that one out, I'm going to figure that one out. Okay, because D&D Beyond's a little bit different. But with 3.5, like the games I run for 3.5, it's really simple because I'll just reward you a rank. Boom, you have another rank. So whenever you're using that skill, now you have a +1 for it.
Does proficiency bonus ever go past +3?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You started with a 2.
Yes.
Okay. It increases at level 5. You'll get, I think the last time it's going to go up is when you're like 16, 17, something like that, and that'll be a +5 then.
Gotcha.
I want to say. Okay. So yeah, your proficiency does increase every so often. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So continuing on, I'm gonna, while you guys are doing all that, I'm gonna bring the spotlight back to Casbat. Casbat. No deal because she's not here right now. So that portion we'll just have to come back to you next time when she is. Okay. And that. Okay. So. Okay. And finding the spot I had set aside for you. Oh, that's right. It's going to be in a different thing altogether because I don't have it open here. It'll take just a second.
You're good.
The thing I wanted to read to you. It's in a different ship to Chimeria. Welcome to Chimeria. That's what it is. What the hell was that?
What was that?
Did someone squeeze the puffer fish?
I think that was.
That was definitely a soundboard.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that was
Sussy. Did you say what?
I think your goal should be to make that sound as inconspicuous in the moment as possible so people don't realize it happened.
There we go, I think. Open sesame.
Says me.
Not responding. It's probably because I have another one open. Okay. No problem. Close. Open. I'll just reopen it.
See today.
Okay. So, welcome to Chimeria. Here we go. All right. So as you making your way into Chimeria, you see that there's one thing that's not here are gleaming marble palaces. You know, there's none of that. No colossal statues of conquering kings. Not a vast military fortress that threatens the horizon, but you do see those towers. Instead, Chimeria rises from the riverbanks like something that grew there naturally over centuries. The oldest walls still stand near the heart of the city, weathered stone wrapped around what was once the entirety of Chimeria. Yet the city long ago outgrew those ancient defenses. District after district spills beyond them now, spreading along both sides of the river like a maze of crowded streets. Workshops, warehouses, noble estates, temples, and even bustling markets. And hundreds of vessels and then hundreds of vessels crowd the waterway, Fishing boats drift alongside merchant barges carrying grain, timber, spices, ore, and goods from every corner of the known world. Dock workers shout from wreathed piers while cranes unload cargo beneath the watchful eyes of customs officials. The river is the city's lifeblood, it seems, and all who travel it eventually pass through Chimeria's grasp. But of course, it's more than the river that commands your attention. It's the towers. They rise above everything. 3 immense spires dominate the skyline, visible for miles away and casting long shadows across the city below. One serves as the Grand University, where scholars debate matters of history, philosophy, engineering, and governance. Another houses the Arcane Academy, where generations of mages have unlocked secrets that have reshaped kingdoms. The tallest contains the great library of Chimeria, a repository of knowledge so vast that travelers claim one could spend a lifetime within its halls and never reach its final shelf. The towers stand as monuments not to military strength, but as though to knowledge itself. As your vessel, you're not in the ship. As you leave the vessel and make your way in, you see people of every nation walking the streets. Human merchants haggle with dwarven craftsmen. Elven scholars cross paths with sailors fresh from distant shores, and priests and nobles, as well as adventurers and laborers, mingle beneath the banners bearing the crest of Tasmal. Guards are present, of course, but surprisingly few for a city of this size. Okay. Is there anything in particular that you're interested in doing there, Casbat?
Well, I saw the group take off in one direction, I suppose. I have no idea what's going on.
So they've been gone, like, we'll say, probably most of the day. So you guys are probably just emerging from the library right about now, so we can try to get you guys grouped back up, okay? All right.
I suppose what I would be doing would be in, I guess, whatever would be like an open area around here, and more or less with my notebook out, jotting down notes and taking interest and documentation, just drawing and writing down information of all the various creatures I've never seen here before.
Yeah, as you're doing that. Yeah, go ahead.
It's jotting them down. Ooh, that one would taste good. Ooh, that one looks like it has a honey roasted flavor.
All right. So as you're jotting down the stuff, you start noticing that the people that you're jotting down, making notes of, are remarkably well behaved. You see that arguments seem to end quickly, and crime appears to be scarce here. Even the loudest voices lower themselves when certain topics begin to arise. The reason, of course, never spoken openly, but yet you can notice it in the sudden silences. the knowing glances, the unfinished sentences. The way locals occasionally glance over their shoulder before continuing conversation. Everyone has heard the stories of the Black Hand, of course. Most insist it's only a myth, a tale told to frighten thieves and keep merchants honest. Yet, as you pass beneath the shadow of the towers and enter the heart of Chimeria, you cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes are watching you, seemingly from everywhere. Perhaps they're not. Perhaps the stories are only stories. But here in Chimeria, the difference is often difficult to tell. And that uncertainty might be the point. See, at first, Chimeria feels wrong, not because it's dangerous, but because it's peaceful. Goblin fishmonger haggles with dwarven merchants over a price of river trout. A pair of orcs wearing the colors of a noble household ride massive direwolves through the streets, drawing little more than annoyed looks from pedestrians that are forced to step aside. You see an ogre that unloads crates from a river barge while a human clerk argues over a shipping manifest. An elven scholar and a hobgoblin professor debate philosophy outside of the university courtyard. But nobody seems surprised by any of it, and nobody seems to stare. Nobody reaches for a weapon. In most cities, gatherings like these would often end in bloodshed. A lot of these different races and stuff like that and different types of creatures are not going to get along. But in Chimeria, it's just simply Tuesday. The reason becomes obvious as you move deeper into the city. Runes are everywhere. They wind through the cobblestone streets. They adorn archways and bridges. They are carved into walls, towers, lampposts, and gatehouses. Thousands upon thousands of ancient symbols woven into the very bones of the city. You watch as a traveler casually begins to cast a spell before suddenly stopping as blue sparks fizzle harmlessly from their fingertips. Nobody reacts. It happens often enough that no one seems to pay any attention. Magic is forbidden in the city. Laws are posted, but even more so than magic simply being forbidden, it's like you just can't seem to cast anything now without some sort of spell failure. Laws read the law, no offensive spellcasting, no magical duels, no summoned creatures, no magical coercion, no exceptions. Not for nobles, not for archmages, not for foreign dignitaries, and not even for members of the crown. The punishment for breaking these laws is swift, decisive, and rarely repeated. So you see these different things posted all over the place. You know, spellcasting is not allowed here. Okay? And not only is it not allowed, it doesn't seem to be possible. Like these runes that are tied to the city have something to do with it. And yet the city feels safe to you. Children play in the alleys without fear. Merchants leave stalls completely unattended. Travelers from a dozen nations walk the streets at all hours. For all its reputation as the home of the Black Hand, Chimeria possesses something that is rare in the modern world. Trust. Not trust in one another, but trust in the city itself. Trust that if violence comes, it will be ended swiftly. Trust that if injustice occurs, someone's going to see it. Trust that somewhere behind the smiling merchants the watchful librarians, the dock workers, the professors, the innkeepers, the guards, the unseen eyes are always watching. In Chimeria, peace is not maintained by kindness. It is maintained by certainty. They know.
Looking around, I would like to approach either a guardsman, a crier, or a guide of some sort.
Okay. Yeah. So you do see a number of different, various types. Is there one in particular that you would like over the other? Because you do see guards. You do see some nobles and so forth, and you even
Any of them.
Okay. You might even spy your party that's coming out of the library. But yeah, which one would you like to approach?
If I spot the party, I'll make my way over to them.
Okay. Yeah. So they're coming out of what seems like the library. Okay. So gang, you guys emerge from the library finally after your studies. Okay. You guys see your large Naga companion in the middle of the streets, kind of looking a little bit lost, but soaking in everything that is around him, it seems.
Razzle. Oh.
What?
What?
Imagine scene. Oh, look, it's a Grazzle. Just making fun of you. Keep it in your mouth, sir.
I do not understand the joke.
Keep your milking private. Why you look lost? What you looking for?
This place. It is overwhelming.
Oh.
But amazing.
First time here myself and speechless.
Agreed.
Look at all the different races getting along. Like, is there anywhere else in the world like this? Above table, is there actually anywhere else like this that has this many races being friendly?
Why don't you go ahead and roll a history check?
Yeah. Let me open up my D&D app.
This is the New York City of the world.
Kind of.
Because even the island that Grazzle comes from isn't even this diverse. There's a few there, but not this much.
Ooh. How's a 22?
22 is pretty good. So history tells you this, that Chimeria has always taken the station of neutral. Okay? All right?
Oh.
All right? So they're more like the what would be a good word? The Sweden of the world. Okay? Don't start no trouble, won't be no trouble. Okay? All right? Okay? And everyone's welcome as long as you play nice.
I like it here.
It
So, yes,
reminds
definitely
me of home, but more chaotic.
Chaos is nice. We like chaos. Well, I like chaos. See?
This place has dedicated itself to knowledge. Okay, they literally try to help entrepreneurs to build their own visions. Okay, they want artisans, craftsmen. Bring us your talents. Okay, They want anyone that, knowledges of the worlds and so forth. They want to make sure that they have a place to record all that. This woman that you met in there doesn't just simply house all this stuff. They translate everything.
Whoa.
Okay, so all the tomes and stuff like that you find from different walks of life, or maybe you find an abyssal tome or something written draconic, and maybe something in elven. Well, you could find common of like every version of every book that's housed within that library, all transcribed. That's essentially what they kind of do. And of course, they seek after knowledge, okay, and they harbor it there. And if you bring knowledge to them, that they definitely reward you with that for that. Okay, if you're familiar with Candlekeep in Faerun, this would be essentially Candlekeep. All right, as well as a few other things kind of mixed in. Okay. It's where the knowledge is of not just the world, but magics, is harbored here as well. Okay. And of course, the university to teach the next generation. Okay. To make sure that knowledge is not lost, but applied. Any way to roll to see if I would be aware of Black Hand involvement here? I can have you roll a perception check.
Oh, yeah, we weren't at the bar for that, so we wouldn't have technically known about that.
You've been around Zill long enough. But roll me a perception check. And you guys have probably also heard about the Black Hand and its association with Chimeria. Like I said, that was basically part of the description. This is the home of the Black Hand. Everyone knows it. Okay, but a lot of people think that Black Hand is just a fairy tale. 15 for your spot. Okay, so yeah, so in a manner of speaking, yes. You see it not in like there's this shady fellow standing in the corner. No. You see it in the subtle marks on the door frames of certain establishments, like an inn or a weapon shop or a different store throughout the place, that there are these marks. You know them as thief marks. Do you know what they do? What they mean? Probably not. But you've at least grown aware of them by your time hanging around with the likes of Zill.
Yeah. People pay to get those marks on their establishment. But I don't know if you know about that yet. Or I don't know if we know about that yet.
Well, have you guys gone to... I don't know. What are you guys up to now? What are you guys headed to do? And y'all back together again. The fearsome foursome.
I have dedicated my life to exploring the world, learning all there is to know of the plants, people, and creatures of this world. Documenting everything I come across, be they friend or foe. A place like this would have vast knowledge, would it not? Do you think that they would have more to learn of?
Oh, absolutely. They have plenty. Vast knowledge.
You tell them about the
So
library
much to learn
experience?
about. Yes. The library. Oh my god, it's so big. There's so much in there, but it's so empty. It's crazy. You wouldn't need to get Zill to open the door again though, because yeah, he only has the key.
I see. Well, that is fine. The best way to learn is by experience, after all. What is there to do around here? I've never been to this land.
Me neither. We'll explore together.
So, as you guys make your way through the bustling
You're back.
avenues of Chimeria, the sounds of commerce and conversation suddenly begin to fade. Not because they lessen, but because the people around you are looking up. Okay? One by one, merchants seem to pause their work. Children point excitedly towards the sky. A baker steps from his shop, shielding his eyes from the sun. As you follow his gaze, at first you don't see anything at all. Then a distant silhouette circles high above the city. And then another. And another. Within moments, nearly a dozen winged figures emerge from the morning clouds. Wyverns. Their wings catch the sunlight as they descend in disciplined formation, banking effortlessly around the great towers of Chimeria. Each rider wears polished scale mail beneath flowing cloaks bearing the city's crest. Their movements are practiced and precise. You don't see the people panic. You don't feel like they're being attacked. There's no alarm bells, no hurried retreat. No, it's quite the opposite. Several citizens offer casual waves as the riders fly above. Children cheer as one rider drips low enough to return the gesture, waving back, before climbing once more into the formation. The wyverns separate into pairs, each circling a different district of the city before gliding gracefully towards the upper reaches of the city's tallest towers. Only now do you notice something that had been mistaken for elaborate balconies perhaps before. Massive wooden platforms, reinforced with stone buttresses, protrude from the towers hundreds of feet above the streets. Some were enclosed by great timber gates. Others remain open to the sky. One by one, the wyverns fold their wings and settle upon these immense perches before with surprising gentleness despite their size. Handlers emerge almost immediately. Some carry harnesses, others buckets filled with fresh meat. So you're seeing these wyverns, and they're circling the city, and so on and so forth. Okay. Still others begin to carefully inspect wings, talons, and leather tack from their practiced ease of stable masters tending prized horses. Basically, you see them treating the wyverns like horse. They're taking them in like a stable hand would. Okay. From this distance, the towers resemble enormous beehives almost, as these wyverns seem to circle around them. Okay. But instead of bees, it's a bunch of dragons. Well, dragons' lesser cousins, in a way. You see a nearby shopkeeper who notices your interest and chuckles. First time seeing the Skyward Watch, they say.
Wait, did they take our weapons on entry of the town?
No.
I would have definitely reached for my rifle at the sight of these wyverns, because the last time that we encountered wyverns, it
Right.
was the Black Hand.
That's why I describe. That's why I included in the description. You don't see any alarms going off. You see them waving to them. You see the. So you might have initially yes, but then
Yes,
probably
I
a
would have gone
realization
to
that
grab
this,
it and then realized
you're not being
yeah.
attacked. Okay. All right. You see that person that continues says they kept these. He says you don't need to worry about all that. You're not under threat. You know you can put that away. They keep
This
these.
is normal here?
Oh yeah, they keep the skies safe. You know, you never won't see many pirates in these waters, eh?
Do pirates typically fly here?
No, and they don't sail around here either. Patrols.
All right.
They're often on patrols.
I have never seen such creatures so calm before. So tame.
Some say the wyverns have always been here.
Do you think I'd be able to see one up close?
Oh sure, oh sure. I mean, if just go ahead and enlist. Maybe you'll become a wyvern rider yourself. Become a citizen like myself. 3 years service.
I doubt I would be a rider.
Yeah,
can create
yes,
my
sure.
own
They
flying
need
machine.
a very
It's okay.
large wyvern for you, for sure, for sure.
Would he coil around it?
What's that?
Was it?
Would he coil around the wyvern to ride it?
I don't think it'd be possible. Grazel weighs like 550 pounds.
Oh, that's okay. I can help you take to the skies.
I will throw
It
out
wouldn't be my
that
first
that
time.
wyvern are known to fly off with cattle and horses.
So what he's saying is it could carry you like cattle, possibly.
But as far as riding it, probably not. It can probably carry your weight, but yeah, probably not effortlessly. It would definitely be.
I've made a ship fly
lovely.
before. I could help you out.
I mean, if
So
Grazel wants to fly,
these are guards of the skies to the city.
Oh yeah. The wyverns and the you probably saw the wog riders earlier. They returned from a patrol as well. They make sure that the land stayed well protected. Not that anyone would try anything, but you know, just in case. Everyone has their enemies.
Most curious. I jot down this information in my notebook.
Oh, so I said warg riders, but they're dire wolves. They're dire wolves, not wargs. So, well, why don't you guys go ahead and make me a perception check?
Sure.
As you wish.
okay, Genie, calm down.
My name's Spencer, not Gene.
8.
Loading. Hold on. Sorry.
Suppose I'm too distracted drawing or writing in my book, I suppose.
17.
I got a 10. I was thinking about Dill's cake.
So, anyone
forgot
that
was
rolls a 10 or higher, okay, drawn by the occasional flash of brilliant white light spilling through the window, you start seeing little flashes of brilliant white light coming from one of the mills down by the river.
Ooh.
I thought you were about to say it's a police officer flashing a flashlight into the window.
Never seen a flashlight before, but it looks like if it was, it'd be a flashlight out of every window simultaneously, like a brilliant,
Ah,
you know,
yes.
like something inside has illuminated the entire mill briefly.
Can I roll for an
Yes.
Arcana?
Sure.
See if it's got any magical aspects.
Maybe.
Just because
I'd help you
cast
out with that.
have reactions from different things. Maybe someone's messing with a rune.
I'll give you advantage on that roll.
What thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Arcana 1.
You said 1?
A 1 total?
No, I was pressing it once and seeing if it was going to roll. I have to reload. I don't know what they did to this app, but 3-4 weeks ago, it was working fine, and now every week I have to restart it like 20-30 times.
Wait, are you using the mobile app, or are you
I
using
can roll
desktop
for you
and
if
mobile?
you'd like.
Looks like you have a plus
I'm just
1 for your Arcana.
I have a +8.
Yeah.
Because, like, if
I
you're
can roll
using
if that's
desktop on
okay.
mobile, shouldn't have that issue. But if you're using the mobile app itself, it's incredibly unreliable.
Yeah, I prefer the. I normally, if I'm using my phone, I'll normally go and open the website on Google rather than using the mobile app.
Well, I just rolled my own die if you'd like to use that one. My total Arcana check would come out to a 28 because I rolled a natural 20.
It definitely looks magical in
My
nature.
Discord crashed.
All good, bud. But yeah, it definitely appears to be magical in nature with your 28.
And there's a lighthouse?
I mean, it's not a lighthouse. It's on the ground. It's just on the. It's like, you know, it's a mill, a water mill.
Huh.
A large building with the wheel that's spinning around, and inside is every so often you see these brilliant flashes. Would you like to investigate further?
Sure, let's do it.
So, drawn across by the occasional flash of brilliant white light spilling through the windows, you find yourself standing before an otherwise ordinary mill, perched along one of the Chimeria canals. The wheel turns steadily beneath the flowing water. Nothing about the mill itself seems unusual until you see another flash. A burst of white light momentarily illuminates every window before vanishing quickly. A heartbeat later, you hear, "I told you to tighten that bolt." No, you told me to tighten that one. They're both the same bolt, you idiot. And then another flash, followed immediately by a muffled yelp.
Do you guys need help in there?
So, all right. As the door creaks open, you're greeted by an astonishing sight. The interior bears little resemblance to a mill. The grinding stones remain, still faithfully turning beneath the force of the river. So you're just seeing the same stone that you would see turning in the mill. It's still working from, that and so forth. But every available inch of this room has been claimed by an impossible tangle of polished copper wire, brass gears, spinning flywheels, glass tubes, ceramic insulators, and humming metal coils. The air smells a little bit of hot metal, maybe a little bit of ozone, as you see hundreds of tiny glass bulbs hanging from rafters overhead. each glowing brilliantly for a brief moment before fading again in an uneven ribbon. Give me one moment. Dog is outside barking because I normally bring her in when it's dark. And it is dark. Give me one moment. I will return. Okay, very sorry about that, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go check on them. All right. So,
Show what you guys building here.
yeah. So, so seeing the lights might, bright dim, bright dim, bright dim. You see a bunch of like gnomes that are climbing all over everything. They're into everything.
It's workshop.
Kind of. Okay. Half a dozen deep gnomes dart frantically between workbenches covered in blueprints, tools, and hastily scribbled calculations. One adjusts a series of copper contacts, another furiously writes notes, a third simply stares at a glowing bulb with an expression of someone witnessing magic for the very first time. Like, you guys kind of thought it was magic yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It almost stayed on that time, he says. No, it didn't, another one says. No, it stayed on longer. I saw it. By half a blink. Well, that's progress. Then you hear a crack. A shower of blue sparks erupts from a polished brass cylinder. One unfortunate gnome lets out a undignified squeal as he is thrown backwards onto a pile of burlap sacks. His wild white hair now standing proudly in every conceivable direction, and the room falls silent.
What you guys are missing are some capacitors. You need to dissipate some of that excess energy since you have so much inconsistency. When the circuit goes dim, it'll feed from the capacitors into the rest of the circuit. But when you have too much energy, it'll feed back into the capacitors, storing it for later. It'll create more of a consistent glow of your system.
Yeah, well, he said, can I try? That looks fun.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Just look up real quick. Take a look around. Where'd everybody go?
You go blind for a few minutes.
He says,
I was so busy writing down the information on my notebook, I didn't realize that they had left.
You slither your way over there. You see him talking to a bunch of gnomes in the shack that's filled with a whole bunch of wires and crazy contraptions.
What's going on in here? Oh.
No, you're fine.
Nope.
He's like,
My
nope.
head back. Too many spinning gears.
He looks at the other gnome that's on the other side and says, were you wearing your insulated gloves? Maybe. Maybe it's not an answer. Well then no. No, I wasn't. You say, hear someone pipe up. We literally invented the gloves just for you, and you don't wear them.
That's amazing.
I love these people.
Laughter seems to erupt throughout the workshop. Okay, so as you're talking and so forth, female dark gnome with spectacles perched, precariously on the end of her nose, notices your arrival as you're just sitting there talking and says, "Oh, we have visitors." Without waiting for a response, she excitedly waves you towards an enormous contraption occupying the center of the room. Come here.
Ooh, yeah, show me what you got.
Well, hello, beautiful.
She says, "Hi yourself. See right here? The great wheel outside turns a series of shafts connected to a polished copper drum, wrapped tightly with hundreds and hundreds of turns of wire. You see." He's hearing power that hums through the machine. Says, "It's beautiful, isn't it?" She passed aside the machine proudly.
I have no idea what you're saying, but it sounds like
I see exactly what you did here. See, this piece of metal, when it spins, it creates a magnetic field, and that magnetic field causes electrical currents to flow through the wire over here, you see? And then that wire goes and connects to this bulb, which then creates resistance, and it creates a glow because it ignites the gas within the bulb, and it kind of just dissipates the electrons because they get too excited, and that creates a glow. You see, it's a really cool invention you got here.
Says, no. Electricity is what it does. We haven't agreed what it is exactly yet. Details. Our current challenge is consistency, you see. Another one pipes up.
I can fix that.
He says, I can make the power, we simply can't convince it to behave right. maybe what you're saying is right, but I'm thinking maybe what we need is a box.
Oh, getting kinky with it.
One says, "You mean like a reservoir?" Says, "No, that's too big. No. You mean like maybe a crystal or something? No, a box. We build a box."
A
To put it
capacitor.
in. I get it. She wants to put the electricity in timeout. Yep. No, I like her. What's her
I
name?
like the way this guy thinks. Exactly. We're gonna put the electricity in timeout.
I know exactly how we can do this.
All
I
right.
start putting together 2 metal plates, hooking it up to a bunch of different wires, circulating around a tube, so that it creates that magnetic field. It creates a storage device for the electricity. It's a capacitor. It's one big capacitor.
Mhm.
Uh,
You
I'll
see
make
a
a
bunch of the
tinker check
gnomes
for this,
kind of
I
looking
guess.
over your shoulder and we're like, "That don't look that much like a box to me. It's a funny looking box."
You'll see. You'll see.
No
So
square.
it seems like what they're
19
wanting
for
to
tinker
make,
check.
they try to continue to explain. You see, we can make the energy. We need a place to store it. We need
So like a battery.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
this is.
yeah.
Spencer, you're supposed to be the smart one. How did I figure it
Capacitors are
out?
just short-term batteries.
What we need is that's what we need. We need to make a box, a battery box,
A battery box.
capacitor, like you said. Okay, all right. I like that word, capacitor. How do you spell that? Is that 1G or 2?
I don't think there's a G in there.
Well, there should be.
You know, it doesn't matter how you spell it. You can spell it however you like. It's called a capacitor. It's spelled like giblets, but it's called a capacitor. The tinker check was a 19.
Okay. Yeah. So you successfully with some time. You put this thing together for them. They're as you're doing so, you're kind of noticing that these gnomes, they've been making progress, right, with one spectacular mistake after another. Just
It's like, that's not at all how I would have gone about it. That is wildly inefficient. But
they push
it worked.
something to failure, then they figure out how to push it further. You know what I mean? They just
Yes.
figure that shit
Yes.
out.
Oh god. It's just like one perfectly designed piece of machine in a room of absolute chaos is what this is.
If anyone's ever read Dragonlance, the description of what the gnomes in there and the way they made like it efficient to go up and down stairs were just completely inconvenient, going from one level to another. And so what they did was constructed a series of nets and then a bunch of catapults.
Oh.
And so then you would just, the catapult
I'd
would
love
throw you
that.
up to the next level, you see, because stairs.
Stairs.
That's awesome.
I love that so much. That's perfect.
All right.
No more walking forever.
All right. So late in the afternoon, the city of Chimeria, the bustle of Chimeria continues beyond the streets. You guys notice that over by where you guys are in this mill, watching him tinker and so forth, a pair of palace attendants approach. Both bow respectively before saying, "Master Erix."
Yes. Oh. Yes.
The queen repressed your presence.
It presses the presence, huh?
Okay. I guess well, I'll have that.
One attendant
Apparently, you are
glances.
repressed.
Okay. Yeah, the queen requests your presence, and the one attendant glances politely towards the rest of your companions and says, "Should you wish, your companions are welcome to accompany you."
That is up to y'all, my friends. Would you
Sure.
pair with the
I think
queen?
I'm all done here. The
What?
night seems to have steadied out.
It would be interesting to see what lays in store.
I give a spectacular bow to the female. I will catch your name next time, beautiful, as I stride out the door.
Above table, the way that in my mind's eye you answered that, by the way you answered it from your phone, I can just imagine you turn around, fall over a piece of metal, get back up, dust yourself off.
And they're just kind of watching you, Master Eric's. All right, so the heart of Chimeria rises above the surrounding districts like a city unto itself. Massive walls of pale stone surround an ancient fortress whose foundations appear older than the tower built up to themselves. As they're making their way, you're making your way to this fortress that lies in the heart of the city. Okay. Within its gates, disciplined soldiers drill in ordinary formations across a broad courtyard, while officers quietly critique their movements and so forth. Elsewhere, knights spar beneath the watchful eye of seasoned instructors who seem to critique what they're doing as well. The sharp rhythm of steel meeting steel echoes across the courtyard. Servants seem to hurry between buildings, carrying sealed letters and ledgers, making their way here and there. Couriers converse quietly above in alcoves. Nobles pass through marble corridors with a practiced grace. Everything moves with a remarkable purpose. Nothing here seems idle. Eventually, you're escorted to a pair of towering oak doors. One attendant announces your arrival before opening them. Beyond lies an elegant study. Maps cover one wall.
Mm-hmm.
Shelves of books cover the other. A large table is scattered with correspondences, reports bearing wax seals from kingdoms across the continent, and ledgers meticulously organized into neat stacks. Behind the desk sits Queen Targina, a dark elf. White hair, long white hair, red eyes. She looks up at you. She finishes, as she looks up at you, she says, "Master Erix, welcome to Chimeria." She gestures you to, have a seat.
Give a bow. Well, thank you, Your Majesty. And I'll sit down.
Okay. I do hope your journey was less eventful than most.
It was fun.
Fantastic. You and your friends are welcome to make yourselves at home. You see a couple of different seats that reside around, and see some woman that is standing over near, over near one of the windows, and see a couple of servants in, guards at the door, and the guards that escorted you in. She thanks, and they leave. You're in there with a handful of people. I've been looking forward to the day that we meet, Erix. If you'll forgive me, I prefer our conversation to remain private. Leave us, she says, and without hesitation the servants gather their work and couriers bow. Okay? Even the guards stationed outside the doors depart without question, leaving you guys in the room with her alone. The great doors. Yeah.
No, that's pretty much what he would be looking at. Okay.
All right. The great doors close softly behind them as they leave, and silence seems to fall over the room. Only then does another wooden woman step quietly from an adjoining chamber. Lady Vel. You recognize her. The resemblance is absolute. Every feature, every movement, every strand of hair. She offers neither greeting nor explanation. Instead, she simply inclines her head towards the queen. The queen smiles knowingly and then says, just one word, precautions, looking back over to you. And you see Lady Vel raises a single hand. Arcane signals shimmer briefly through the air before disappearing into the walls that are around the room themselves. And the room grows still, just like pin drop quiet. The queen nods with satisfaction, says, there. No eyes, no ears, no curious divinations. She gestures towards Erix. Please, if you would, come forward.
I cautiously, I kind of stumble a bit because I got caught staring, but I stumble forward. Yes. Not so nervous. Queen, yeah.
The woman that resembles Lady Vel approaches with measured steps. In her hand rests a finely crafted pendant. It's a chimera, wrought in gold and silver. Its jeweled eyes catching the light with remarkable brilliance. She places it carefully into Erix's hands. There is no ceremony, no proclamation, only a simple nod, and she returns to her place beside the queen. So, with your meeting of Lady Vel and her, she looks like Lady Vel, but something just, you don't feel like that's her. You've seen her in the flesh. She just doesn't quite move right. She doesn't quite look right. She looks like her, but is that really her?
I roll for an insight to see if there's anything in particular that I can pick up for.
For sure.
I'm waiting for it to load.
Roll for changeling.
God.
And the reason why I say it doesn't quite look like her is you're not seeing like the darkness in the room suddenly just responding to her presence. The world does not feel cold, and she just feels like a normal dark elf that looks like Lady Vel. Perhaps.
15 plus my modifiers, so 21.
21, yeah. So your time with Virix, your time in the Mirrored Plaza, you're getting the feeling that this is changeling work here. For some reason, they feel the need to have Lady Vel's presence in Chimeria. Perhaps. Okay.
I'm going to give the imposter.
What's that?
Give the lookalike a good old wink. Let her know that I know.
So there's no proclamation and no kind of ceremony as she hands you this thing. Okay. Only a simple nod. Returns your nod, your acknowledgement, and then returns to her place by the queen. Queen Dargina folds her hands behind her back and says, please, make yourself comfortable.
I return to my seat.
That pendant bears my authority, she says. It will open doors. It will answer questions, any that you may have. It also tells those who recognize it that you speak with my trust. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
I think you already know why you have that.
I've got a suspicion about it.
Yes, I've been told of your coming to Chimeria. You've been anticipated. My mother, she says, turning to Lady Vel, made sure that I would receive you accordingly.
That's cool.
She asks, may I see your hands, please?
Gloved or ungloved?
Preferably ungloved.
Takes off the leather glove, the red leather glove.
So she looks down at your hands and she doesn't see something and she remarks, says, you don't have the axe. I was told
No,
you
not
have
yet.
the axe.
But I don't carry it with me.
Make sure that you do.
Oh, okay.
Unless you are... She asks, unless you would like to give the pendant back. And with it...
Oh, no, I just, you see, I don't actually know where she went. I was supposed to have, above table, I was supposed to have a talk with her, but my
I know
internet and phone are last turn.
She kind of disappeared with Lady... She kind of disappeared with Zill, too, so it is what it is. But does it say Big Brother? What? Okay. Nice. But yeah, okay, so says, very good. I have understanding that you are a patron of Lady Death. Your patron is Lady Death. That her power operates through you. Is that correct?
That it does.
That pendant will allow that power to flow through you here in Chimeria. Make sure...
Sorry about that.
Make sure you do so responsibly.
Absolutely, yes. Sorry, that's heavy right there. Whoa.
So all that stuff that negates all the magic, seems that pendant that you have right now, that kind of is like okay, well, you're cool. So as long as you have one of those, you can cast magic here. If you don't, you can't. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
So will I still get in trouble because I don't have a writ for magic? Or does this count as my writ for magic?
She looks at you. She says, you will not require a writ. If anyone gives you any trouble, you refer them to that. After all, you speak for the Queen.
Will do.
In that regard, I have a job for you. A task. Something simple, something quiet, something necessary. She pulls from her desk, a drawer opens, and she pulls out a parchment sealed with a couple of different seals. Okay. One is the royal seal of Chimeria. You've seen the Chimera. Okay. And you see some other seal you haven't seen before. Sets it carefully on the desk and slides it towards you. She says, "There is a prisoner being held in Tyrell. I want him released into your custody. You will present this document. They will comply. No resistance and no negotiations. Once he is released, you simply escort him where he wishes to go. Nothing more, nothing less. I trust you'll find the assignment refreshingly uncomplicated."
It sounds like it should be nice and simple.
Quite.
Oh,
You
may
may
I ask
accomplish
for-
this task on your own time. Yes?
Could I
What was your
get
question?
some more information who the prisoner is? I'll even roll for a persuasion if I need.
You can roll persuasion if you like. Let's see what all you see what all you're able to gather out of.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Okay, looks like a manual rolling. And a plus. As a 16.
You will find a babbling idiot, it appears. Crazed, obsessed. Obsessed with something. Someplace. Simply allow him to fulfill his motivations. He was detained for being a babbling idiot.
I don't mean to laugh, Your Majesty, but that's a good reason. I wish we could detain a lot of people for that.
He was, of course, spouting incoherent talk about this and that. It's not really important. What is important is that you make sure he goes to where he desires. Upon doing so, he will fulfill his task, and you just make sure that he does.
Okay.
Simplicity itself.
Yeah, at this point, I'm going to look around the room at my compatriots and kind of forgot they were there and just kind of nervously wave at Grazel.
No, to be perfectly honest with you, he was caught performing magic, unsanctioned magic, within the confines of Tyrell, and found to be quite mad.
Oh,
Not mad
that's
as
a big
in,
issue.
like, angry, but mad as in I have lost my bearings on reality. I assure you, he is much more sane than he may appear.
That sounds promising.
But she does say you could fulfill this task on your own time.
Okay.
You get there and he's like, "The world is ending. The end is nigh. The end is nigh."
When you say mad, are we basically talking like Mad Hatter mad or like Sheogorath mad?
People were saying that he was talking absurdities. Something about dead walking and something about him being a key. Lunacy.  He may or may not have been causing bodily harm to himself.
kinky.
Yes, quite mad. Not
Let
mad,
me.
but mad.
It's a convict basket. Understood.
Yeah, it doesn't say big brother.
Even that soundboard.
All right, so Rogar, I would very much like you. What is your passive perception? Actually, I could probably look it up, but better to ask you. I'm going to need you to roll for perception. In fact, anyone can roll for perception if they would like. 18 will do. Very good. So,
Dave.
it's the name Wesson that calls your attention. And then something
Allegedly.
about Auroria. One of the documents on her desk. It bears a name you have not seen in a long time. Your father's. You see only a few little lines. Your father's name, Orton Revolt. Him listed among a number of different possible leaders of some sort of possible revolt happening in Orton, or possibly happening in Orton out in a place called Auroria. One of the names is your father's name. Dun dun dun.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, indeed. I wonder what that's all about. Anyway.
I think you're the only one that knows what that's about.
Allegedly. All right. Okay. So, what would you guys like to do? She says, unless you have any more further questions, I have business to attend to.
I would like to talk to the impersonator I noticed. I would like to give her the come here finger. I want to talk to you.
Did you say the middle finger?
No, I said the come here finger. Relax.
Oh.
Hey, you. Fuck you.
I know who you are.
She does approach. She says, no doubt you may, she looks up back at the queen, and the queen nods, and you see her figure change. She doesn't really have a face. She has eyes and what kind of looks like a nose, what kind of looks like a mouth. No real hair. You know, her features become very bland, as you would say. She says, yes, she's a changeling. It is important to keep up appearances. The endorsement from Lady Vel helps get things done.
you should capture the figure a little bit more. She goes more bop boom, and makes the little like squiggly. Yeah.
Do you seriously say that,
So
Joe?
you have the walk all wrong. It goes like this.
You seriously saying that, Joe? I'm just curious.
Don't have her beautiful figure down quite right. She's got more of an hourglass figure than you're off putting there, girly, or changeling.
See, she has an hourglass figure while you have a pear shape.
Well, fortunately, no one's actually seen Lady Val in hundreds of years.
So, allegedly.
Except for,
I was just about to push the button.
as I said, your brooch pendant comes with knowledge.
I know what this is. All right, that sounds amazing. That should help out a lot in my research.
Just remember your side of the bargain.
I was wondering if you might tell me how your meeting with Lady Von Anne may have gone. Of course, this is not the first time you've seen a changeling, is it?
No.
I've even heard that you might travel with one.
Yes.
Good.
And she's really good at her craft.
And
She makes a beautiful image of me.
ensure that Lady Von Anne does not sink her talons into her and add her to her already privy number of changelings.
I choose to safeguard my friends with my life. So, as they like to say, over my cold dead body, which probably could be arranged, but I don't think the big snake.
I like that. Over your cold dead body. Yes. Yes.
Oh, why wouldn't you say it? It gives me shivers. Don't do that.
Okay. All right. So with that, she asks, "Is there anything else I can do for you?"
Would this brooch happen to allow me to check out other books that perhaps aren't usually allowed to leave the library?
You may not take any tomes of knowledge from the library.
Got it.
You may copy what you wish. You may transcribe what you wish. But do not take any tomes from the library.
Got it.
Not that I think, not that Eliza would let you anyway. Our lore master.
Yeah, I believe we've met.
I've heard.
I swear the book only just fell into my bag of holding. I don't know what happened.
Sometimes the bag of devouring has a mind of its own, you know?
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. So, if there's nothing more,
Ta-ta for now!
okay. So, with that, as you open the door, you see that same, that magic that seemed to have wrapped itself into the walls. It dissipates and goes away, as though opening the door actually broke the spell. You know what I mean? That protected against divinations. Okay. Seems even they take precautions. Immeasurable precautions. Yes.
What exactly does this individual look like?
The queen?
Yeah.
Okay. So the queen is a dark elf. Okay, red eyes, long white hair, grayish black. She is always wearing like fine robes. Okay, she has this crown that's adorned across her head and so forth, that is jeweled and so forth. The woman that resides next to her almost resembles her. They look very similar, because literally she's her daughter, or at least supposed to be. Okay, so yeah, so you're seeing this dark elf woman, very nobilistic, I suppose, very graceful. But yeah, hopefully that
Are you
answers your
trying
question.
to make me horny?
If you weren't going to mention her outfit choice, I'm like, she's wearing denim booty shorts.
Denim booty shorts.
Shorts, I like. You were bringing a lot of dark elves in today. Hubba hubba.
You really like the dark elves, right? Yeah, you're gonna find a lot of that in Chimeria.
What's
seems
with
like
the sassy shadow person?
Sussy pufferfish. Oh,
The one that gave you the little shiny rock.
oh, the tiny. The pendant,
Yes.
the brooch. As I'm fastening it to the bottom of my glove, so it's literally like right here on my wrist.
Okay.
Powder.
What did you ask about her, Gazbat?
Just trying to find information that people can share, because this is the first time Grazzle's ever seen this person ever.
All right, yeah. So this is so standing before essentially the queen, queen of Chimeria, and her assistant is essentially another what appears to be a dark elf, but then she revealed herself as a changeling, so she's not really wearing a face right now until they go to exit, and of course she puts the face back on again. But other than that, she they look like just basically like dark elf sorceresses or wizards. That's essentially what they look like. I can't over describe a dark elf.
That's fair. It's more or less in character, like asking, so who's that?
It's a change that is here for, what's the word? Diplomatic reasons, because the actual person can't be here, so they have a changeling stepping in for her. So it's as if her influence is still here. I know, a dirty, underhanded trick, especially when they don't even get the body right.
Curious. So you are important then?
I don't know about important. Useful, maybe. Important, not so much.
But those two others called you Master Erix, and now supposedly a queen is speaking to you.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either, buddy. I was as confused as you were. I am of a noble lineage, but not that noble that... But now I see why. It's not because of that. I let a little flourish of magic. It's because of who gives me this. And I let my little fingertips sparkle a bit. Spear fingers!
This city is a land of madness and wonders.
I know, isn't it amazing? I have problems. Leave me alone.
Okay.
This is a land of death and decay. I know, isn't it wonderful?
You think he's a noble. He was raised with scribes and all that, so anything outside of it, he finds it extremely fascinating. He just wants to learn more knowledge. He wants to learn more magic. He wants to learn everything he can about this world. So this type of place is just, he's drooling and foaming at the mouth.
So, as most adventures to towns go, you're eventually going to find your way where? To a
Tavern.
table.
Tavern.
To a table in a tavern. That's right.
Yes.
So, with that, you guys find your way to a local tavern. Oh boy.
With a babbling idiot
With a babbling.
screaming about the end of days.
No, not quite. Having a little trouble opening the document. Give me one moment. I apologize. Open, says me.
Before we leave session tonight, can we have a drinking contest?
If it's who can drink the least, I win.
No. It's who.
I'm like
who's
a cactus.
Glance over my shoulder. Or
Try opening it this way.
Snake Man, standing. Wait, standing, slithering.
Oh yeah, because you get free drinks now.
Look down at Eric's. What?
I mean, if I can say so myself, I would expect you to be a heavyweight when it comes to alcohol, given your 500 pounds.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to just out. I was just trying to outdrink Grazzle. That was it. Now that he's finally here.
Funny as it sounds, I'm actually along the average of my size in terms of my kind.
You're
Below or
average.
above?
There are many others who are quite large.
That's a big note rope.
So Grazzle is like 15 to 25 feet long. A Naga could get up to 45 feet long.
Oh crap! How many people can you choke out at once?
Okay. So, you guys in the inn, I'm making your way into the inn, I suppose. Find the innkeeper or tavern keep. Order a couple beers while sitting in a tavern. Waitress, she sees your little brooch and says, if anyone offers to pay, she says she refuses to accept payment. Says she'll take tips, of course, but it's on the house. Okay. The evening crowd fills the tavern with the similar sounds of clinking mugs, quiet conversation, and the smell of roasted meat. Then the door opens. A stranger steps inside. He is dressed simply in traveling clothes of green and red. His black hair tied neatly behind his head. His features mark him as a man from distant lands. He carries himself with the easy confidence of someone who's exactly where he belongs, though. For a brief moment, nobody pays him any attention. Then the innkeeper notices him and reacts immediately. Good evening, he says. Okay. The bartender abandons the mug he is polishing and hurries across the room before the newcomer has taken 3 steps inside. And the stranger offers a polite nod. No words are exchanged. The innkeeper simply disappears behind the counter, kneels, and retrieves 2 items from beneath it. One a sealed envelope, and the other you see is a small leather purse. Sounds heavy with coin. The stranger accepts both without counting either or inspecting either. He tucks them into an inner pocket and offers another courteous nod. He asks, "Is everything okay here?" The innkeeper replies, "Oh, of course, of course." Excellent. Have a pleasant evening then. And he turns and excuses himself. Confused traveler finally speaks up, wondering about the exchange as he sits up at the bar. Who in the night hell was that? The room grows noticeably quiet, from the little hum to getting a little bit quiet as he says that. And the innkeeper watches the man leave before he answers. He says, "That's not a stranger. That's all you need to know there, traveler." He says, "Well, what do you mean? Who is he then?" "Let's call him a tax collector." The traveler looks up, says, "Tax collector?" "Yeah, something like that. Every merchant in Chimeria pays for the privilege of doing business. See, that's the Queen's tax." He points toward the tavern door. "But a wise merchant pays another fee." "What fee's that?" the traveler says. "The fee that makes thieves look elsewhere. See, every respectable business in the city has a mark somewhere near the entrance. Most folks never notice it, though." Someone from the crowd speaks up. "The Black Hand." Someone else says, "The Black Hand's not real." The innkeeper merely smiles. "Call it what you like. But if the merchant doesn't pay that tax, well, then they may save a few coins, right up until someone steals a crate, then a wagon, and then the whole damn shop."
I just see someone picking up the shop on the street.
Funny thing is, the bartender continues, that thieves don't usually touch the businesses with that kind of a mark. Traveler says, "Well, why not?" "Because thieves aren't stupid, you see." You hear someone in the crowd, "Here's to not being stupid!" Hurrah! They all cheers and drink.
But wouldn't it mean that they're already stupid enough if they're turning to thievery?
I like the way he thinks.
It's like, see, if you don't carve this little symbol into the front of your store turns into the house from up. It takes off.
Why not just kill him and be done with it?
Kill who?
Kill who?
The thief.
Ah, yes, of course. Kill the thief, be done with it. Right.
There's
always kill one thief and two will replace him tomorrow.
It sounds inconvenient.
That's why you pay the tax.
What a curious way things work. Interesting. Very interesting.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, friend.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. And what do you call yourself there, friend?
I'm just a hunter of hunters, so to speak.
Well, I'm a keeper. Keeper of inns and
I
taverns.
thought you were about to say keeper and keepers.
Some call me Roger the Keeper. You can call me the same.
All right, the same.
I like this guy. Don't serve him anymore. He's already drunk.
I haven't had a thing to drink. I don't drink.
And now we
Speaking of
know
which,
why.
Yes. Yes,
double-
you do.
So someone was trying to get some drinks, weren't they?
Yes, 2 double shots. One for me and one for Grazzle.
All
I'll
right.
take
So
a
the
shot
way
of
Try
he
and outdrink Grazzle.
provides you with a couple of double shots, says, now, dwarven whiskey, that's the best stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have a
So
espresso?
A whato?
Coffee.
Oh yeah, coffee, tea. Yeah, sure. Coffee's for those barbarians. Tea's for the insightful.
Yeah, here, I'll still have that coffee.
Well, it
I'm
can't
not
all be
going
Scottish.
to
Now.
argue.
She says, "Yeah, I think there's a kettle on in the back. I'll get some of that coffee. For
That
you.
mud water.
hot and fresh coming up."
Hot, fresh, muddy water.
Bean juice.
It's
Bean
been
juice.
reducing all day. Just, I mean, what do you think a pot of hot coffee is? That's reduction.
Yeah.
That's constant reduction. All right. But anyway, just add water. Anyway,
Make
so
sure
yeah.
to filter out the grinds for me.
Okay, yeah. You come back. She comes over with the cup of hot coffee. You notice a new stain in her apron.
Oh.
I take a sip and I'm just like crunching on the grinds.
She's taken the coffee and just poured it through her apron and straightened it through there into your cup.
Absolutely awesome.
All right, so you guys with the dwarven whiskey over there, you guys take a couple shots. That's all good. One drink's not really gonna harm you there. I'm not gonna make you roll a constitution for one, but if you continue drinking, now that's when we start getting into it.
Well, there's no-
Imagine
In a busboy.
I imagine a
wearing
shot.
that apron.
a shot for Grazzle would probably be like this.
Yeah,
It's like
be like a symbol.
just looks at Eric's and then looks at this.
Sparky, can I get him-size shots, please?
See the bartender just
Bring the bottle. Bring the bottle.
just sets the bottle up on the counter. Yeah.
That's funny.
You hear someone from the crowd say, "Hey, why is he getting special treatment? Why I gotta pay for all my drinks? You guys just been throwing them at him."
Making
the innkeeper says, "Well, you don't have the right jewelry." What do you mean? See that? Points to the pendant on your. I believe you put it on your glove or whatever.
Yeah, right on the bottom.
That's from the queen.
So that way,
I'll settle up with her, hey?
So can I paint you a picture real quick? I've
Oh, no.
been a busboy before, and I've worn that apron. At the end of the night, it is like a kid finger painted on it with like meat juice, red sauce, wine, beer, everything under the sun just got put into my coffee cup.
that's an exotic coffee right there.
Yeah, that is a cocktail if I've ever seen one. And not the fun kind.
Not the fun.
I'd probably have to roll for Constitution as well after that.
So
Roll for STD.
So if you guys continue drinking, have another drink, well, then I'll be asking you guys to start rolling Constitution checks.
I'll slide the bottle over to Grazzle. Gentlemen first, or... Yeah, you're first.
Alrighty. This is fine by me.
Gentle.
I am checking something real quick.
I should probably check mine.
Rogue, are you still there with us, buddy?
Constitution +0.
Okay, he's still alive.
I don't know if it's been so long since I played a barbarian. I don't remember if they have advantage on constitutions or not.
Okay, so
Hey.
for you, let's see.
Stop that.
Razzle, looks like you have advantage on dexterity unless you are incapacitated. You do have a constitution of a +8. Looks like your class features.
You have a
when you
constitution?
rage. Okay. I
Oh,
know
I'm
that you're
fucked.
going to have advantage on strength checks when you rage. Okay. But I don't think you do for constitution checks.
No. I
Bro,
am
you
not.
have to my +0. I'm gonna be floored by the time you even start feeling a buzz.
You know what the
Rolls
funny
about
thing
more
is?
than
If
you
I
roll
remember
about
correctly, I
20,
used
that's all that
standard rate. All right.
Oh,
Go ahead and
hold on. You are immune to poison damage and the poison condition. So that's
Yep.
interesting. Okay. So,
Is alcohol?
Alcohol
poison?
is a poison.
yes, it is.
So you don't
why
get
it gets
drunk?
you drunk.
Are you gonna say that you don't? This is a pub game. Are you gonna say anything that you don't get drunk, or are you just gonna let my character get floored right now?
The Grassel, where he comes from, they drink fermented coconut. So it's
That's
like,
actually something-
unless this dwarven whatever ain't got shit on that, I don't know. We'll find out. There's always the chance I could roll a 1 or low.
I kind of hope so because I have a constitution of a +0 to your 8.
Well,
Okay,
let's
so
find out.
let's go ahead and get a constitution check from you there, Eric's.
Fine.
And I'll tell you what, for the purposes of this, why don't you, Grazzle, go ahead and roll a constitution with advantage.
I got
With
a 50.
disadvantage, just to see.
Well, that's a 22.
He's got a +8 anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was like, bro. This was probably a stupid idea.
Okay, so what the see, but the thing is if you roll higher than him, it's whether or not he rolls high enough. And what is your constitution?
A 0. I have a 15 flat. Is what I rolled.
Okay, so no. So if you rolled a 15, then that means you have a total of 15, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then you've succeeded. You're good. You're not drunk.
Not yet.
You might be feeling a little bit buzzed, but you're not drunk. Okay. You want to continue drinking?
Yeah.
He's not going to stop until I'm carrying him home.
Okay. Go ahead and
Really,
have
I'm
another.
be upset if we keep drinking these.
Have another.
I got one better. I got a 16 this time.
Well, you're still not drunk then. Grazzle, if you're gonna down another bottle of that whiskey.
Another bottle.
Sure. We shall do it. Here we go. 21.
Yeah, so You drink that, and you're good as well. Okay.
Hey, Grazzle, what's the size of your bladder?
Probably large.
Your entire body is your bladder.
Like, I don't know how snakes work. That's my brother's
Neither.
department, not me.
It's just one big bag.
Yeah. Well, with reptiles, yeah, it's kind of okay. Well, when they eat something now, that they get most of the nutritions from that, but they do lick up water. They do drink. I've had snakes before. I don't know. They do urinate. They do pee. That is a thing. They don't really poop because they end up eating something, and then whenever they regurgitate what they couldn't digest.
Kind of like an owl.
Kind of like an owl. But anyway, his Nature Channel, Nat Geo. Yay.
That all's I think of squids in mating season.
Ah, yes.
I'm not saying that a snake
water.
doesn't poop. It's just that what they end up pooing is more kind of like, you ever seen like bird poop? Bird poop really isn't like what you consider poop, but it is kind of. It's even less than that. It's like a secretion.
Okay.
It's weird. It's weird. Okay. Yes, exactly. That is the correct response. Ugh. All right. So, you guys continue drinking throughout the night, and you guys are pounding this dwarven fire whiskey. So you've already gone through.
Bird poop is just every bodily fluid all out the same hole at the same time.
Yeah. They also can't like pass gas or burp, which is why if you give a cat like antacid tablets or Tums or whatever it's called, the stuff that makes plop flop fizz, whatever it is, they'll explode.
Oh, that's a fun experiment.
No, don't do it. It's illegal.
I know. I'm not going.
And
horrible,
extremely cruel. But farmers will actually put stuff in their yard, like stuff like that will expand. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
That's rough. Yeah. We were talking about cats, but that's rough.
Have you ever fed an animal Orbeez? I'm kidding. It's like the same shit. Just absorbs and expands.
I imagine at some point the bartender's gonna be like, "Does that even do anything for you?" Like,
I mean, yeah, they're kind of amazed. They're running out of whiskey, but
they've never had somebody run them out of shop.
No,
gonna make them close tonight.
You got a lot of people that just kind of like thrilled and amazed. They're just like, "Oh my lord, this thing is just drinking." How much can you drink?
I don't know. Here goes another one.
Is getting a little nervous on
a lot, probably.
How much he's losing profit today.
I would feel a little bit bad eventually at some point and be like, "Friend, I'm gonna be honest.
Fill these with water.
I don't think this is gonna do anything to me."
What do you drink when you're home?
Well, we drink something called fermented coconut brew, made with fermented coconuts, various types of herbs that grow on the island, and to spice it up, usually add a little bit of venom. Obviously, we're kind of immune to poisons. It's a natural thing, I suppose.
That sounds yummy. You got any on you?
Not really, but I wouldn't recommend it. Most of the humans that tried drinking it usually, well, died.
I call it tropical moonshine.
sounds interesting. But if you get an
I'm
ant
sure you'll
for the-
be fine.
Yeah. What's the worst that could
You
possibly
just
happen?
have to microdose yourself.
Apparently, death.
I can go ahead and take a tiny little drop of venom into a shot glass. The tiniest little drop.
Oh, we're doing this. Oh, okay. Well, since we're at it, full steam ahead.
Let me pull up the information on this just to warn you. I gotta find it. One second.
We have an alchemist in the house. Maybe he can brew up some anti-venom, just in case.
You know what anti-venom is?
Not really. Isn't it just the venom?
It's aged venom diluted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a diluted form that's been basically old venom. Okay. That's lost some of its potency. Okay, and they do administer some of that to you, and basically it helps your body with the learning how to deal with it. Okay.
Fight it. Got it.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing as like fucking penicillin or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So it's not an antidote; it's preventative.
Right. But it will help teach your body to fight it. It will help.
What I'm hearing is it's in resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yeah.
Like you bet.
Put a few drops in your bath. Put a few drops in your morning coffee.
From the way I understand it, I'm not a specialist, but the way I understand it, it gives you a diluted form of it that is enough for your body to be able to handle, which then allows it to learn how to deal with what you're going through already. It kind of gives it the ingredients it needs to reverse engineer what's going on.
So, if you drink this, you will take 1d4 poison damage, and you need to pass a DC 16 DC 16 Constitution saving throw. If you fail, you become paralyzed until you pass the DC Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I love this. I'm invested.
It is a natural weapon.
Picks it up with all the finesse. To good health.
I would not drink that directly by itself, friend. Pour some of the dwarven whiskey in there.
Yeah, put some poison with your poison. I think that's a great idea. Dilute your poison with a different poison. That's perfect.
Hey, it's like anti-venom, you know. That's all it is, right? Just dilute form of poison, right? I'm sure this will do the trick.
Oh, got a 19 on that, by the way.
Just make sure you bring plenty of whiskey to any field trip. Okay. So what was the total?
19.
19. Nice. So you drink it, you know, and give a little bit of. Ooh. You do
so
take.
On a successful save, you do take 1d4 poison damage, but you are not paralyzed.
So roll 1d4, and you take that as poison damage.
Your throat burns like hell.
Yeah, that's a 1. I had to turn on my flashlight for it.
Okay. So you now have a minor ulcer. Congratulations.
I look over at Spencer. Come on, Spence. Let's go. Try some.
No. This is not what I do.
What about the dwarf? Want to try some
No
spiked dwarven fire whiskey? Cody?
I'm gonna roll for persuasion to try and get him to take a double shot of just the dwarven whiskey with me.
Rogar's
Sure.
down. You guys gonna set Rogar up with a shot of this whiskey venom?
Absolutely. Oh, he wants the whiskey venom. Okay.
Looks like it.
You have another small, tiny drop.
The bartender provides another bottle of whiskey. He says, "This is the last bottle of whiskey I got in the house of the dwarven fire whiskey."
I will do this for the bartender, though. However, I will go ahead and take one of the empty bottles and just fill the entire thing with my full supply of venom for the day.
He is milking himself in front of everyone. Oh yeah.
Here, friend, for the cost of all of this that you have lost.
For some reason, your venom milking is erotic to Eric's, and I don't know why.
I don't know either.
You like put a cloth over the entrance of the bottle, you bite in, and you just see the separation of the fang, and it's just dripping a ton of venom into that bottle.
So yeah, the bartender really doesn't know what to say. He's like,
It might be worth a lot in this land. I don't know. All I know is that it is a very useful component. And if you find others of my kind, then you're able to make drinks for them.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, I'll keep it on supply just in case I run into any other Nagas. Very good. So he'll hold on to it. Labels it Naga juice.
Naga juice?
Naga juice.
Does anyone want to try the heart attack challenge?
So with that, we're getting a little bit late over here. Unless there's anything else anyone wanted to do, I think this is probably a good spot for us to pause.
I think this is a fantastic time.
And
that's perfect for me.
Hilarious point to stop.
Okay, we'll pick it up from the bar or the tavern next time we play. Want to remind everyone that may be out there watching, if you're having a difficult time finding a game for yourself to play, you can head over to Start Playing using a link in the description below, where you can start playing today. Of course, if you're going to play D&D, you're probably going to want some dice, so there's a link for one link at a time down below as well. And of course, w.gg is your one-stop shop for all your gaming energy needs, as it were. Plethora of different flavors and varieties. Head over to w.gg and use the promo code Jenkins10 at checkout to earn yourself 10% off your order. And with all that, I want to thank everyone for watching and everyone for joining me this evening. And of course, like every time, be kind to each other because we're all in this world together. Okay? And say goodnight, everyone.
Good night.